Hello beauties, I hope y'all are looking good, doing good, and feeling fantastic. So the inconsistency has been real, that's no secret. And somebody was asking me, yo, why you been posting videos like that? And to be all the way real, I've just been overwhelmed. I've been overwhelmed with my personal life, my business pursuits, and we all have our own coping mechanisms and different tactics of what we use to get through what we go through. Me, I just get under this little shell and just block everyone and anything out. It's not the healthiest, but it's like simple, it's convenient, it works for me. It's been like a life-term habit. I don't recommend it. But I'm gonna try my best to put out the content that I have. And I have read y'all's comments on what y'all want to see. And there are some questionable ones, but I'm gonna try my best because we're in this together. And we've been in this together. So I appreciate y'all all the way. And just bear with me. Just for real, just bear with me. The video that I do want to put out that's extremely important to me because it's really about numbers, what I've spent throughout my motor carrier process and my brokerage process, and I don't want y'all to make the mistakes that I make. So that videos, I want it to be extremely informative with all my boards, materials, and everything. So stay tuned for that. I even thought about getting 2 dogs. One person with a cat, one person with a dog. The other person like, you better not bring a dog into this house. I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, it's about that time. 2 mainly because I want them to have a playmate, and that's something I've been thinking heavy on. So let's get into the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and be sure to cop a copy of my book Trucking is a Man's Job Says Sue on Amazon. The audiobook is on Amazon. It will not disappoint y'all. Do what you love what you do. Let's get into the video. Currently under a load heading further south, but I could not help myself because I need to get my eyebrows threaded. And then when it comes to my waxing, I used to be heavy on European wax centers, but I stopped like over a year now, and I started doing sugaring. The treatments are less invasive and I prefer it more. The place I indulge in, what is a week without a good workout? I try to work out 3 to 4 times a week, if not 2 to 3 times, because I need it. I do. Thereafter, I got my first cookie order from Sweets Plugs. Go follow her on Instagram because she's extremely talented and her work speaks for itself. I got a mixture of Kit Kat and brownie. Yeah, I know I'm extra. This was up in Pennsylvania, and if you can't tell, I was extremely tired and over it. Yes, I am local, but sometimes I may just, you know, dibble and dabble into certain loads. If I could tell y'all how long I've been at this facility, I would. But this is probably one of the reasons that I went ahead and just opened up a brokerage, because I don't mind sales. I know, like, when it comes to brokering and negotiating certain things, like, I don't mind the transactional process of that side of logistics. You get to drive, you get to load, you unload, you deal with these multiple personalities at these shipping and receiving facilities. It becomes redundant. It does. You know, and sometimes, a lot of times, people know that drivers are unappreciated. And it comes to a point to where we think about what's the next step in life, or what's the next step within our pursuits. I have a drive like no other, okay? And when I put my mind to something that I really want to do or like test out, I'm that person to do, you know? And after being out here for quite some time, we get an understanding of how things work. We get to like, okay, what's next? So I'm not sure exactly if I want to hire people within this brokerage, because naturally I do perform on my own when it comes to like business. But I'm excited to go through this new adventure because I'm always looking for ways to grow. I'm always looking for ways to like advance on how to better my financial circumstances, gain more knowledge or skills to like level up to the next step. So I'm excited for that. and I will keep y'all posted. Arrival time 3:34. Appointment was at 4 p.m. It is currently 7 p.m. So as a quick tip for those with sleep disorders, issue with sleeping, insomnia, this, that, and the third, melatonin is a hit or miss. It's either gonna work for you or it's not. And I know for certain many of us drivers do have issues with sleep, and I've had some rough experiences as a teenager with certain additives just to help me sleep. These didn't work for me. It'll either assist you in the best way or hinder you in the worst way, especially affecting your heart rate. So be cautious and vigilant if you take melatonin. That's my tip for you. For certain people, they work for real. What's interesting, I left here almost 8 p.m. and what's strange was my appointment time was changed on my paperwork, and her explanation for it was kind of suspect. So I will be following up on this detention because it is well deserved. Driving through Pennsylvania is not the best because we do end up running into a lot of narrow roads, cars parked on the road. Turns are very tight depending on the area we're driving in, but a lot of it is just really, being patient, taking your time, and getting through the process. But that's that. It's time to go home. But it's time to get our air conditioner fixed. Let's just pray this is it, because these are the worst times for the air conditioner not to be hitting. Okay? Hopefully I could do this by myself. So the bigger issue was my air condenser needed to be replaced. The filter was changed, more Freon was added, and the whole system was just kind of rebooted. It's crazy because my car air conditioner, I can go without it working. But my truck, as soon as it stopped working, it did not take me long to get it replaced because this is a part of my work. Being hot in the truck driving, we had to get it done, and we did. At some point, of course, I had to catch me a good workout. It is a healthier method to maintaining balance for me, and I'll catch you on the next clip. Hey y'all, yes, we are still in the bed. It is going on 7 o'clock, still debating whether I even want to work. When it comes to Mondays and Tuesdays, if I end up taking personal days, I may or may not make up for it on the weekends. And it's not like I really have to, but it's more so of maintaining a healthy balance for real. But if my body don't feel like moving about too much, if I've received enough rest or sleep, that'll determine whether I truly work that day. Some of us be trying to just work from home. Some of us don't even want to work first on one. And if opportunity presents itself, why not take it straight up? Because for us, it's just about passive income. Making income while you in the bed. That's a win-win to me. But I gotta figure out if I'm gonna work. Let's see. The joy of narrow, unreasonable routes to our pickups and deliveries. I'm talking about just enough room not to scrape up your trailer or your tractor or even flip the truck over. I'm telling you, it's not for the weak. It's not. But a lot of it is just practice and patience, because the wrong turn or not cutting the wheel enough will mess up the whole entire day. Who loves the blind side in a tight area with just enough room? Nobody, right? Of course not. And that's exactly what we did. and you end up creeping up slowly because it's like we never know exactly what we're going to expect. But boy, yeah, man, should have just stayed home. But as I mentioned, the more we do it, the better we get, because blindside backing doesn't come always easy. This load was going to good old Baltimore, and who just loves to sit in some traffic, But always be prepared, check your maps, and a lot of times I feel like when we are prepared for it, there'll be less frustration, and we just know what to expect. Many of us know driving in like the Northern Virginia, DMV area during certain times, it's nothing but backups. So trip plan effectively to where you'll be prepared for your route. I ended up at a construction zone. They are building an elementary school in the neighborhood, and this is a residential area, so I was a little skeptical when I looked at the maps to prepare myself, and come to my surprise, I was delivering frames for the doors, but I really want to see what the final product looks like. So I had a load of bread crates from Maryland going to Georgia, and at this point we try to go back home. As soon as we go up, we need to come right back down to our area of comfort, okay? That's what this load was. Unfortunately, a container flipped over, I'm not sure as to why, closed the whole entire interstate for God knows how long, hoping that the driver was okay. And we don't know exactly what the driver is doing sometimes in these situations. All we can do is worry about ourselves, keep our following distance, and just stay focused. These are exactly the type of things of why drivers get blamed for so much on the road. All the accidents and incidents that occurs, it's always a driver. So having a dash cam, the CB radio, the proper essentials can save face in a heartbeat. Unfortunately, this backup happened, or I think it lasted over an hour. As I was driving, it just extended. Don't let no one steal your joy. And I want to leave y'all with that. Stay safe.